Today we're going to talk about basic financial terms along with some tax terminology. My name is Tony Cameron with TLDR Accounting, and we provide tax and accounting services to therapists, small business owners, and individuals. So, terminology. Sometimes talking to a therapist can feel a little weird. They use a whole bunch of terms that you're not quite sure what they mean, and you really don't want to ask what they're talking about. Hopefully, if you've talked to us, you don't feel that way, but just in case. So, basic financial terms. One of the common things that comes up if you're a small business owner is your financial statements. Okay, so what are the financial statements? You have the balance sheet, which is a snapshot in time, and it's basically all of the things that your business owns, if they owe any money, and then the equity section. So it's things like bank accounts, credit cards, how much money you've invested in the business. The second part of your financial statements is the profit and loss report. This usually shows your business over time. So it would be the P&L for all of 2020, all of 2021, and it would show your income expense items from over the course of the year. And then there tends to be the statement of cash flow. This shows the money actually moving around within your practice. Like, where did it come from? Did you use a credit card? Did you get a loan? Was it all from the business itself? And a lot of times the fourth part of your financial statements is the trial balance or general ledger. And what that is, it's a list of all the accounts for your business. If it's the general ledger, it's also every single transaction for the year. If it's the TB, it's just all the accounts for the business and the current balance of them. All right, so the balance sheet. As we mentioned, it's everything your business owns or it owes, and then the investment any owners have made in the business. So part one of it is the assets. So that's things like a checking account, a savings account, a money market account. If you have any inventory, that's an asset. Or if you have, say, like computers for your business, all of those are assets. Next up is the liability section. So that would be things like your credit cards, right? That's a liability for your business. If you have a loan for your business, that would be included in the liability section. And then the last part is the equity section. So this shows how much money you've invested in the business, how much money you've taken out, along with how much income the business has earned over time. So normally it's an owner investment account you'll see on the equity section, which just keeps track of, like I said, how much that person's put in, taken out, and earned. The profit and loss, the three main sections, it's the income section. So that would be all your income sources, so your gross revenue for the year. Along with that would be any cost of goods sold if you're selling inventory or products. Then there's the expense section. So this is things like, your rent expense, office expenses, all of that sort of thing. And then last, it comes up with your net income or net profit, and that's income less expenses. The statement of cash flows is the one that, as I mentioned, shows your cash going in and out of the business. Sometimes you'll see people request it. We tend not to use it a ton in our practice because there aren't a lot of folks who need to keep that detail of a record. If we're talking about, looking at your cash flow, it's basically, how is income coming in your business? How's it coming out? But the actual cash, right? On the tax side, we have a ton of different terminology. Federal estimated taxes, sometimes called quarterly taxes. These are the payments as a small business owner you make to the IRS and the Treasury. When you're working a W-2 job, withholding's taken out and it's sent directly, and so you don't really see it. But as a small business owner, if you're a sole practitioner and you don't have payroll running, that money isn't being taken out, and so you need to calculate that and send it to the Treasury. So that's what we're talking about when we're talking about federal estimated taxes. Some people call it your quarterly taxes. I prefer being very clear that it's your federal estimated taxes, because if you have state taxes, they might also be due quarterly, and so quarterly estimated taxes is it's not as clear as I would like. On the state side, if you're in Washington, we'll talk about B&O tax, and B&O could be on the state level for Washington or say on the city level like Seattle or Bellevue, and that stands for business and occupation taxes. Also, it can be called your excise taxes. This is also, it's the same tax form that includes your sales tax if you have to do sales tax because you're in retail. As you can see, there's a lot of different terminology and terms and words that we use within, accounting and taxes. I only covered a small variety of them. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe below.